Hey, what's going on, dudes and dudettes? It's Pip Surfer with another daily update for the Cowabunga system. Today's Tuesday, March 2nd, 2010. Hope you all are having a great day today. I'm just going to jump right into it. If this is your first time watching these videos, I'm going to urge you to click on this link right above it that says if this is your first time visiting this blog, read this first. If you click that link, it's going to give you the rules to the system. You're just going to want to read that long page and then learn it, and then read it again, and then learn it again, and then just try to absorb it as much as possible. And once you do that, then come back and these videos are going to make a lot more sense. Because usually in these videos, I just talk about the application of it. I don't really go too much in detail about the rules of it. I'm assuming that you have a basic foundation on the rules of the system. So definitely do that, because otherwise you're probably going to get lost, and that'll be just a waste of time for you. So don't want to do that. But if this is not your first time and you've been here quite some time, then I just want to welcome you back. And please bear with my voice, as I feel like I'm starting to lose it. My throat's kind of hurting, but I'm going to try my best to make sure that I can enunciate, and hopefully everything is okay, and that you can understand me just fine. So I'm going to open up my charts. I have a 15-minute and a 4-hour chart for the cable. I'm going to move it back to before midnight so you can see what it looked like. And again, we've seen this nice downtrend for quite a while now. The most recent trend change candle was back on the 23rd of February, and since then we haven't had any new trend change candles. Therefore, at the start of our day, we're only looking for short trades. And if I move forward through today's action, you could see that no new trend change candles were formed during our trading session. Therefore, the trend is still down, and the entire day we just look for short trades. So again, fairly simple when there's not too much going on as far as whether there's trend change candles forming in the middle of our session. Usually it's pretty straightforward. So now I have my 15-minute chart open. And again, I'm moving this to before midnight. And before I start trading, I want to take a look at my news events for the day. So you can just go to babypips.com, click on this tools tab, and it should automatically bring up the news for the day. Today's March 2nd, so just double check it. Never hurts to double check. And then if you look at this time zone, make sure that the drop down bar says the correct time zone that you're in. For me, it's -5. It's probably different for you, but just make sure that it's correct, matching with wherever you're located, because the most important thing we want to do here is find the correct times, because we don't want to be in the markets when news events come out. And today, there wasn't really that much going on. We're just looking for news that affects the sterling or the dollar, because that's a currency pair we're trading. And really the only one going on today was at 4:30, which is a usual prime time spot for news. And today was, again, a news event for the sterling, which was the PMI for the construction. And that was really the only one. Again, nothing else going on during our trading time session. So 4:30 was really the only one to watch out for. So I'm just going to jot that down, and you could do the same thing, or you can set an alert or some kind of alarm, just anything to let you know when the news event is, so that you're not in the market at that time. All right, so today, really simple. 4:30 was the only time to watch out for. Okay, so now I'm ready to begin my day. I know I'm looking only for short trades, and excuse me, I know that my news is at 4:30. So I'm moving my chart forward one candle at a time, so you can see my thought process as we move throughout the day. And early on, we get a crossover. This is at 12:45. RSI is below 50. Stochastics, if I zoom up, has just crossed down, so this is okay. And MACD was positive and losing value. This is a valid entry. Again, no news in sight. News isn't until 4:30, so we have plenty of time. So you want to enter at the close of this candle, or as close to it as possible. In this case, it's 49.23. Our stop's going to meet the most recent swing high, which is at 49.37, and our near 0.50 levels at 4,900. So it gives us about 23 pips of potential profit. So now we're just going to move forward. And unfortunately, you can see that we get stopped out at 115. So just mark it down as a loss. It doesn't feel great to lose, but you just got to mark it down and move forward. And you can see right after we got stopped out, we see another crossover. RSI is below 50. Again, stochastics are trending down. and MACD is positive and losing value, so this is another valid entry. Again, it's at 1:30, closes at 1:45, and our news isn't until 4:30, so we still have plenty of time. So this is a valid entry, so you would enter at the close or as close to it as possible, and it's at 48.91. Our stop will be in the most recent swing high, which is at 49.37, and the target will be at the near 0.50 level at 48.50. And again, that gives us about 41 pips of potential profit. It's a good potential profit there, so we'll just continue to move on. You can see price gets down as low as 48.52, doesn't quite hit our target, and so we're just continuing to watch it, and unfortunately the market starts to reverse against us, and we do get stopped out again for the second straight time at 3:30. And I know right now it could be pretty demoralizing, especially when you get so close to your target, and I know some of you may have even exited, but you really don't want to do that. You want to stay pretty true to the target and the stops. And unfortunately, it just worked out again that we lost for the second time in a row. And as much as possible, you're going to have to brush your emotions aside during the day and just continue to look for more valid signals. Okay, you have to trust into the system. Okay, here's 4 o'clock. Now here again, we get another crossover after we've just lost for the second time. RSI is below 50, stochastics trending down. MACD is positive and losing value, so again, it's another valid entry. However, this candle closes at 4:30, and our news is coming out at 4:30. So this one we would not enter because news is coming right up. So no entry there, and you can see that actually saved us again from taking another loss. So again, it pays. It's really good to pay close attention to the rules because it can save you like that. Okay, so we get very close to a crossover here coming up, but nothing happening yet. And here again, we get yet another crossover. This is at 9:45 a.m. RSI is below 50. Stochastics are trending down. MACD has gone from positive to negative. This is a valid entry. Again, no news is in sight, so we're fine to enter. You would enter at the close of the candle at 49.51. Our stop's going to be at the most recent swing high at 40. Let's see here. This is at 49.89, and our nearest 50 level is at 49.50. So that only gives us a pip. So obviously now we're going to enter there. So we want to go for the same amount of pips we're risking. So to do that, we just take our stop, which is at 49.89, subtract it from our entry, which is 49.51, and we get a difference of 38 pips. Now you just take 49.51 and subtract 38, and you get an initial target at 49.13. So we're going for 1-to-1 reward to risk ratio here. All right, so now I'll just let my trade move on, and you can see that our target is hit finally at 10:15. It doesn't make a clean break, so you just want to exit as close to it as possible. And I got out at 49.15, so not quite at 49.13, but again, just try to get out as close as you can. So you mark that as a win and just continue to watch the markets, and that pretty much ends the day. So again, we had quite a few signals. 3 trades, 2 of them losers, 1 winner, and then 1 save. So pretty hectic day today. But again, don't be discouraged. Just continue to follow the rules of the system and trust that it'll help you out in the long run. But if you have any questions about anything today, I know it can be kind of confusing. Don't hesitate to ask. Don't be embarrassed. That's what we're here for, is to try to help you learn. So post it in the blog or post it in the forums, and I'll try my best to answer them as best as I can. All right, so that's it for today's update. I will see you all in the next one. Cowabunga, dudes.